Hello, welcome to my first critique session. Instead of explaining my decisions of keeper, print, hang on wall with community posts, I decided I could as well do a video. The thought of me talking into the camera always scared me. I'm still scared and a bit nervous, but here I am jumping into the water and talk to you. It's the first time, so please bear with me. I expect a lot of cuts to come. Why Milky Way photography? First of all, I'm a curious person and I want to try out as many things as possible, especially when it comes to photography. Secondly, for a vacation in Norway, I bought this lens, which is said to be a good astrophotography lens for northern lights. It would be a pity to just have this lens sitting on the shelf, never using it again. So I thought, let's give astrophotography a chance. I knew this location from a hike. It's not far from where I live. So let's jump into the image critique. These are the 3 images I selected for the video. Let's have a look at number 1, the one I actually printed. What I like about this image is the composition. That was the composition I planned going there in the evening, during daylight. It's that simple, the gentle hills, those two trees, and the Milky Way in between. I like simple compositions. Usually they are quite stronger than complicated compositions. I would have liked to have a little bit more space here on the sides, but unfortunately this was not possible because behind me there was a slope going down, quite steep, so I could not back up to get more space here on the sides. Let's have a look at image quality. Here's the information. This is wrong because I forgot to change the manual lens EXIF information. I shot this with the Fuji X-T4 camera and the Samyang 12mm f2 lens. So exposure time 20 seconds was okay. If I zoom in, you see the stars start to streak a little bit in the corners. Not too bad, but I tried with 30 seconds, but that was too much. Then shorter shutter times I did not want, because then I had to crank up the ISO too much. Noise level is okay. I have no experience with Milky Way or star photography before, so I can't really compare to other images, at least not my own images. Sharpness is also okay. I'm not sure if I hit focusing perfectly with this lens. I think not 100%. I think the lens can be sharper. But yeah, as I said, it's okay. There are 3 main reasons this image is a print for me. First, the simple and to my eye pleasing composition with the Milky Way as the main subject. Second, I never printed a Milky Way or star photograph, which is obvious because I never shot one before, and I wanted to print the image I like the most in any case. And third, having an idea and a vision of an image, going out, putting it all into practice and getting a result that comes close to the initial thought is very satisfying. And I absolutely wanted to finish this chain with the print in my hands and on my wall. In hindsight, now that I look at the image after almost a year, I'm not so happy anymore with this. I will show you an updated version afterwards from all 3 images. So off to the next image, the lone tree with the Milky Way behind. What I like about this image is also composition, more or less symmetric composition, but the symmetry is broken by the Milky Way behind the tree. I had my friend hiding behind the tree to light it up with a flashlight, just for experimentation, but I really like the outcome. Looks like a bit alien landing behind the tree or something. What I like better compared to the first image is the more contrast in the sky, and the Milky Way and the stars, they pop more. What I don't like in terms of processing, I did lighten up here the grass in front here. I don't like that anymore. I show you an updated version later. Camera settings all the same like last image. A clear keeper for me. Why I didn't print it is I think it's the processing. The grass I don't like anymore really. I actually did print a copy on A2 for a friend, and it came out nice actually, but it was that I processed it differently. Okay, now to the last image. I think I called it Life and Death because I was thinking about a living tree on Earth in front of the dead vast universe. But look at the tree, it actually looks more dead than the Milky Way and the sky, because again, my processing I don't like anymore. And it does not even fit to my thought I had. But first things first, what I like here is the composition, because the Milky Way is fully visible, not covered by the tree like the image before. Then the tree about 1/3 to the side, classic composition, dead simple again. Well, it wasn't anything different possible in that location. Everything was simple, there was nothing else there. So again, I would like to have more contrast in the sky and more saturation. I really desaturated the green here, but it was not a good decision. As for camera settings, again 20 seconds ISO 2500. I think when you have your setting, you just leave them for Milky Way photography. I was trying out different shutter times, different ISOs, and at one point I thought, okay, that's it, and then just stick to it. Again, a keeper for me. This one definitely not print worthy because of the processing. I think it's actually quite bad. Now I'm going to show you the updated versions. Let's compare. Here I just added more contrasts. I like this much more because the Milky Way pops more. I also darkened the grass in the foreground, because it looks a bit unnatural here. Although I did actually light it up with the flashlight here a little bit, the grass, but it's too bright for my taste. If I would print it again, I would print the right version. Oh, actually the print was, the colors were completely off because I messed up the color management. The print itself is oversaturated and the colors are off, so well, I should actually make a new print one day. Then these two images. Here also more contrast. Again, I darkened, or I reduced the brightening of the foreground. Also the tree, I did some weird processing here. It's just, even though it's lit up from below, it does not look natural, because here there's no way the flashlight could reach the tree here. So I actually skipped this processing, and I like that even more. And the last one. Okay, again more contrasts, so the Milky Way pops more. And as I said, it's still a little bit desaturated green, but no way like in the first version. Here the idea of life and death is much more visible than in the first one. This tree actually does live compared to the corpse tree here. So that's it. If you think this was a total waste of time, please tell me in the comments. I hope not. If you want me to do this again, some sort of image critique, explain you my decisions, then also please let me know in the comments. So thank you for watching and see you. Bye bye.